Hello dear students, how are you all? I hope you all are fine. And today I am again back with another video on class 7 science, that is nutrition in animals. In this video we are going to cover whole lesson in short time, okay, as much as possible, because your exams are going on. In order to have quick revision just in half an hour, whole lesson you have to be prepared with. In that manner we are going to cover, right? Let us just go ahead with the topic. Let us come to know about what is nutrition in animals first. Nutrition in animals is nothing but it is the process, okay, which includes what it includes, that is what type of nutrients are required by the organism, that is animal especially. Next, in what type of mode it is taking, that is mode of taking in that food, okay, how it takes that food that it takes, and its utilization by its body. All this whole entire process, it is termed as what? Nutrition. Remember, in case of animals, okay, nutrient requirement, mode of taking food, next its utilization by the body, okay, these are together called nutrition in animals. Now coming to here, this nutrition, it comes, there are 5 steps of nutrition, okay, we are going to learn one by one in detail in this class. First step of nutrition is what? That is ingestion. What is ingestion then? Coming to organisms, first here animals, ingestion means intake of food, that is called what? Ingestion. Okay, just taking in food, that is only ingestion. If you come to know about different types of animals, say for example insects, that is honeybee, hummingbird and all, if you take, it sucks the nectar from the flowers, right? In the same way, if you come to snakes, they will what, swallow some of the organisms such as frog and all, as a whole they swallow, right? So like that, human beings, if you take whatever the food we eat, we chew it and swallow, right? This is how different types of organisms, they are following different types of mode of taking food, okay. Here we are going to learn especially the human beings digestive system, we are going to study in this lesson, okay, in detail. And along with that we are also learning grass eating animals, what type of digestion they will be showing there, right? As well as one more, that is in amoeba, how digestion takes place. These things we are going to focus here. Now coming to here, let us come to know about human digestive system. This is most important part of your, that is nutrition in animals, your topic, right? In that, coming to human digestive system, first, what do we call human digestive system? How to define that? See, the digestive system in human beings, it begins with buccal cavity, right? Buccal cavity means oral cavity. In buccal cavity, what all things are there, that we need to go in detail first, okay. That is the first one, that is buccal cavity. In buccal cavity we find two things, that is teeth and tongue. Tongue is what? It is a muscular fleshy organ, okay, and it is attached to the floor of the buccal cavity at the back, and its front end is free. This helps to talk, as well as it will also help us to mix saliva with the food, okay. And below the tongue there are glands called salivary glands. These salivary glands secrete one liquid, that is called what? One juice, what we say, that is saliva. Saliva, when it mixes with the food, it helps in the digestion of carbohydrates in the mouth itself. In the mouth only it will digest carbohydrates, right? Now what we will do is, one by one we will study in detail. Coming to teeth first, okay. Teeth, we have two types of teeth. One is milk teeth, 6 to 8 years after that it will be lost, right? Next, permanent teeth. Milk teeth will be lost, permanent tooth will be replaced, right? These teeth, different types of teeth we have there. Molars, okay, that is 3 pairs what we are having in one set. If you take down one, just one set, if you take, in that 3 pairs what we are having, they are called molars. And 2 pairs of teeth what we are having, they are called premolars, okay, 2 pairs. Next, one pair canine we are have there. Canine means they are helping us to tear the food, right? And one more or two more pair are there down, that is called what? 4 teeth what we are having, they are called incisors. Incisors, they help to bite and cut the food, right? Just for biting and cutting the food. And incisors to tear, right? Pierce and tear. Next here, molars and premolars, they are helping us to chew the food, chew and grind. Okay, these are different types of teeth. And here, tongue also, this has what its role in mixing up that saliva with the food, as well as we also find the taste just with the help of tongue there. Tongue has different regions. Okay, each region on the sides, at the tip and all, it has some taste buds based on that, whether it is sweet, salty or sour, that we are going to learn, right? Means that we are going to identify just based on that. Next, coming to here, this is just about buccal cavity. Means what are the things present in buccal cavity that we learned. About tongue we learned, about teeth we learned, right? Now let us go ahead with one more, that is next part is what? Esophagus or food pipe. Okay. Esophagus, it is connecting our buccal cavity and the stomach, right? From there it is continuing. The food, when it enters the throat, in the throat, this food pipe and windpipe both are sharing the common passage. Later they are dividing. Food pipe and windpipe, they are beside each other, right? The food whatever we swallow, it is entering the stomach through food pipe or esophagus. Okay. In stomach, what is there that we need to learn? In stomach, in this stomach is nothing, what it is, a flattened J-shaped muscular bag, we can say, right? See, J-shaped muscular bag, flattened one, that is stomach. The inner wall of the stomach, it contains some gastric glands. Gastric glands, they secrete what? Gastric juices, they what secrete, as well as hydrochloric acid and mucus. Okay, the digestive juices secreted by this, it helps in digestion of what? Some proteins, right? Along with that, here what it secretes? Hydrochloric acid. That hydrochloric acid, it kills any microorganisms. If it is coming along with the food what we are consuming, that will be killed. And mucus will also be secreted. That mucus protects the inner lining of the stomach from the action of this acid. Okay, acid should not hurt inner lining of the stomach. That will be protected by what? Mucus. Remember, right? So these are different things what they are secreted there. Now coming to this other end, it is connected to what? Intestine. Okay, what type of intestine? Small intestine. There are two types in that. For next one is a small intestine. It is about 7.5 meter in length. Okay, small intestine. Here the food, when it is moving from stomach to the small intestine, there also small intestine receives two secretions from two glands. Okay, there are two glands. One is called liver, the other is pancreas. Liver is a reddish brown color. What gland? It is the largest gland in human body. It is located on the right side upper part of abdomen. Remember. Okay, this is what? Liver. What liver does? It secretes one juice called bile juice. Bile juice, it helps in the digestion of fats. Remember. Okay, and it will also what neutralizes the acidic medium. Later bile salts will come there, that will what neutralize that. So what we can say, it secretes that bile juice. Bile juice is stored in a sac like structure called gallbladder. Okay, one bag like structure will be there. In that it is stored after secreted. Okay, from there it is used for digestion of fats. Remember. Next, from here, small intestine, what it is receiving? One secretion we learned, that is from liver, that is bile juice we studied, right? Next, coming to one more gland is there. Okay, that digestive gland, what is that? Pancreas. Pancreas is just located below the stomach. It is cream colored gland, right? It secretes one of the juice called pancreatic juice. Pancreatic juice helps in the digestion of carbohydrates, proteins and fats. For all this is helpful. Okay, remember. Now coming to here, digestive system, if you need to define, how to define it? See, Here all these, what, buccal cavity, esophagus, stomach, small intestine, large intestine, rectum and anus. Okay. This together from what, buccal cavity to anus. This part together it is called what? Alimentary canal. Okay. Or we call it as digestive tract. Now, this alimentary canal and associated glands. Associated glands means what? Liver, pancreas and salivary glands. All these together, glands and this alimentary canal together make human digestive system. Okay. If you just say digestive system means only these parts, that is wrong. Because if you use in the bike, if you are saying if you put the petrol, bike can run, it is wrong. Engine oil is required inside. Without the help of engine oil, even if you put the petrol, it cannot run. In the same way, here it is similar to the engine oil. What? These secretions which are coming from salivary gland, what, liver and pancreatic glands. Okay, all these glands, if they secrete their secretions, along with that stomach and intestine also, intestinal juice it is secreted inside. These juices will help for converting complex substances into simpler ones. Okay, it has to be converted. For that they are helping. Okay, so these are very much important. So together these glands and this alimentary canals, okay, together we call digestive system. Remember. Now coming to here, small intestine. Uh, we learn this one, small intestine. This is receiving, I said, just what, secretions. It is receiving secretion from liver also, pancreas also. Then what happens in this? The complete digestion of the food takes place in small intestine. Complete digestion. Complete digestion means completely it is broken down. So what is happening inside after that? Now you see, first in the beginning we learned what? Ingestion. Now complete digestion. Digestion is completed in the small intestine. Digestion also over. Second step is digestion. Third step is what? Absorption. In the small intestine, it is around 7.5 meter in length. If you take that, thousands of finger-like outgrowths will be there like this, finger-like structures. These are called what? Villi. One villi means one, if you take, that is called villus. Okay. One villus I have shown here. What these lines I have shown here, these are what? Blood vessels. They are connected to thousands of blood vessels. And what is the function of these villi? They increase the surface area of absorption in the small intestine. To absorb the food, more surface area is required. So that is why it is increasing the more surface area of absorption. Remember. Okay. Later, after absorption, the food, it is going to different organs of the body through the blood. Blood is carrying it. When it goes to different parts, different organs, there different complex substances are prepared, such as proteins. They get ready there in that particular part. Say for example, after any heavy exercise, whatever the food they use, means proteins are broken down. Again, they have to be restructured, rebuilt. So what is happening? What the food is eaten, that is going through the blood and it is reconstructing the proteins. So that reconstruction, that is called what? Assimilation. That is next step. Okay, ingestion, digestion, absorption, assimilation. That is called assimilation. And waste undigested food, what it comes out of the body later, that is called egestion. Okay, that egestion, before coming to that, let us continue here. Now small intestine, what it is happening? Absorbing, it is sending it to different parts of the body, right? Their assimilation, it is taking place. Next, remaining undigested food, that is entering large intestine. Okay, in large intestine what happens? The water and salts are absorbed back, okay, by the body, and that waste undigested food remains in semi-solid matter, and it is stored in the rectum part, that is called fecal matter. Okay, later it is eliminated timely there, that is called what? Egestion. This process of elimination of that undigested food through anus, that is called egestion. Okay, so this is how it is taking place, the entire digestion in human beings, right? Remember. Next, coming to here, different food items, how they are converted from where to where. Here if you take here carbohydrates, they are converted into glucose. After digestion, carbohydrates, they are digested into glucose. Proteins, they are digested into amino acids. Next, fats are digested into fatty acids and glycerol, remember. Okay, so this is how they are getting digested. And as you know that already, these juices, that is liver is secreting bile juice, pancreas is secreting pancreatic juice, salivary glands are secreting saliva, remember. Okay? These are very much important points here. So this is all over here. Next, coming to here, one activity. What saliva, whether it is digesting carbohydrates or not, in order to check it. This is already given in the textbook. It may come for your examination. So let us have that also once. What happens? The boiled rice we have to take. We have to chew it for 3 to 5 minutes. Okay. 2 test tubes you need to take. In one test tube, you have to take unchewed rice. In another, after chewing it for 3 to 5 minutes, you have to take in this. Okay. Add 3 to 4 ml of water to both. Okay. After adding water, you have to add here boiled rice. It is chewed you take. For example, this is unchewed. Okay. Unchewed we are taking. That is boiled rice. Boiled one. Okay. What happens if you put 2 to 3 drops of iodine in this? Okay. Iodine you have to put 2 to 3 drops. If it changes to blue black color, it says carbohydrate is present, right? If it does not change the color, then it says there is no carbohydrate present. So what happens here? It is unchewed food. Here if you add iodine, its color changes to blue black, stating that here carbohydrate is present. But if you take another test tube where we have taken chewed food, 3 to 5 minutes we have chewed, that food if it is taken, and if you are adding iodine to this, there is no change in color in this test tube. Okay, it says that there is no presence of carbohydrate. Means what? Carbohydrate is already digested into glucose in the mouth itself. Okay, remember this is how we can say about this one. Okay, next coming to digestive glands and all over. Here in short, as much as possible, we'll try to complete whole lesson in shortest time without leaving anything, right? Next coming to here digestion in grass eating animals. Okay, in grass eating animals means cow and deer you take for example. Whatever the food they are eating, that is grass. Grass contains one of the complex carbohydrate called cellulose. Okay, cellulose cannot be digested by ours, means our digestive system, human beings. That is very much complex one. Only these grass eating animals, they have that ability to digest that food. Then there must be some special what process for that. What is that? These cow deer, they have separate part in their stomach called rumen. Okay, whatever the food they are eating in hurry, that goes and stored there. Half digested food, partially digested food, that is stored in what? Separate part of the stomach called rumen. Okay, this food after later when they are at in one place, when they are not eating food outside, that time they bring it back, okay, to their mouth in small lumps. Okay, this partially digested food, that is called cud, that cud comes to the mouth in small lumps. Again they will chew it back and they eat it back, swallow back, right? In their stomach, bacteria will also be present. These will help what? To digest that food, remember. Okay, this is what the digestion in grass eating animals, that is cow and deer. Okay, and this process of taking that cud to the mouth, chewing and swallowing back, this process is called what? Rumination. Okay, the animals which possess this type of process, they are called ruminants. Remember. Next, after this coming to here horse and rabbit. In these, there is one more separate sac-like structure, bag-like structure is present, where between their esophagus and small intestine, in between there is one more bag, separate bag-like structure or sac. Okay, So there this food is stored, partially digested food, with the help of action of bacteria inside, it gets digested. Okay. Then we call this bag with one name called cecum. Okay, we call it as cecum, right? So in the cecum, the food, it is getting digested with the action of bacteria. Okay. Okay, here you can see, here cecum it is written. Next, coming to digestion in amoeba. In amoeba, coming to amoeba, this amoeba has no shape. It does not have shape, but it has nucleus and it has cytoplasm inside it, right? So what it does, if it senses any food in its surrounding, it just sends outward projections, outward growth of its body. Okay, just like here I'll show like this. These outward projections, these are called what? Pseudopodia. Okay, they are called pseudopodia. And with the help of this pseudopodia, they trap the food particle and it engulfs it inside. It takes it inside, right? And when it enters the body of that amoeba, because it does not have any type of digestive system, it is single cell, right? So what happens? This creates one bubble like structure inside the body of that amoeba. That bubble like structure, that is called what? Food vacuole. Okay, in the food vacuole, digestive juices are secreted in that. Food breaks down in that food vacuole itself. Later it is circulated throughout the body of that amoeba, and undigested waste food, again it is what? Excreted out of that food vacuole itself. It comes out of its body. Okay, this is how digestion takes place in the cytoplasm. This is all taking place in the cytoplasm of the amoeba. These outward projections, they are called what? Pseudopodia, remember. Okay, so this is what? Digestion in amoeba. In short, we have completed whole chapter there in this, okay, in shortest time, because you will not be having much time to sit and watch. That is why, as much as possible, in shortest time, I have tried to cover from beginning to end everything here. Okay, so wherever, if you have any doubts, just you go through the video once again and you watch it and get it verified and go ahead with your exams. If you have any doubt with any lessons, you can say we can have one more video on that. Okay, watch the video completely for clear understanding. If you skip the video and watch, it is not giving complete understanding for you. In order to avoid that, it is better to go through complete video so that you will understand entire lesson, right? This is, and you share it with your friends, those who are finding difficult in order to understand that particular topic. Okay, see you in the next video.